G'day guys and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, as you can see by the team list next to me, this is the predicted squad I have named for finals week 3. Do you know what the most exciting thing about this video is? I can still make them because we're still in the finals, baby. We're up against the Penrith Panthers this weekend and I am super pumped. Now, obviously, you look at this and you'll go, mate, there's no changes to the last week's team. Correct. However, there are a few players under injury clouds. Jai Arrow has officially confirmed he will play this weekend. However, we're still waiting for confirmation on Alex Johnston and Siliva Havili. Jason Demetrio did say in a press conference he is very much expecting them to play. But just in case, we've obviously got players that will likely fill in for them. Now, Isaac Thompson, according to NRL.com, was due to return last weekend. However, Tane Milne's recent form has basically kept Isaac Thompson out of the team. But yeah, let's go through my team list. Today's probably going to be one of the quicker ones to talk about because there's no changes. But then I will obviously talk about the reserves and players that could come in for some of the injured players. So obviously in the back line, we've got Latrell Mitchell, Alex Johnston, Tane Milne, Isaiah Tass and Campbell Graham. In the halves, Cody Walker, Lachlan Ilias, Junior Tatola and Mark Nichols in the front row with Damien Cook at dummy half. Keon Koloamatangi and Jai Arrow in the back row. And locking up the scrum and our captain is Cameron Murray. Off the bench, we've got Cody Nikarima, Hame Saleh, Michael Cheekham and Siliva Havili with Blake Taft, the 18th man. 19th man, we've gone with Davey Mawale. Jackson Bolo is number 20. Peter Mumwazeles is number 21 and Dean Hawkins number 22. All right, so let's talk about some of these forced changes that could potentially happen. Alex Johnston could be out now. I think probably the favourite to take his spot would be Jackson Barlow. I understand that a lot of Rabbitohs fans, they're not the biggest fan of him. However, he has played quite successfully in big games. I think most of us remember that walking backwards try scored against Manly last year in the prelims. So, he does have somewhat big game experience. So I think Jackson Barlow, is the front runner for Alex Johnston if he is injured. However, I would not be surprised if Isaac Thompson does return in the number 2 jersey. But I think because Jackson's played a little bit more finals footy, I'd say he'd come straight into that squad. All right, the other player that's under an injury cloud is Siliva Havili. And I think his spot on the bench would be covered quite easily by Davey Mawale. So that's why I've got Davey and Jackson in the number 19 and 20 jerseys, respectively. I have gone with Blake Taft in the number 18 jersey, but I do think that Davey Mawale will probably get named there. Obviously, Peter Mumwazeles and Dean Hawkins are there on the bench for coverage. If Damien Cook or Cody Walker get injured, touch wood there. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But yes, guys, that's pretty much going to do it for today. So very small, very short episode. I'm very happy that I can keep making these because that just means that the Rabbitohs are still in the finals. So huge thumbs up there, man. It's been an amazing year. I'm so proud of Jason Demetrio and everybody, in the Rabbitohs organisation with losing, I think it's over 800 games worth of experience in Benji Marshall, Adam Reynolds, Jaden Sewer, and Dane Gagai. We've had to cover those positions with rookies. You look at it, we've got Keon Koloamatangi, who before this season hadn't played too much. We've also got Isaiah Tass filling in the centres. Obviously, Lachlan Ilias there at halfback. My apologies. And then we've had a few players come through on the bench for Benji Marshall's vacancy. But yeah, and a rookie coach in Jason Demetrio. So huge raps to the Rabbitohs, to everybody involved. Same with the fans, like you guys. We're always there for the boys, most of us anyway. So yeah, look, I'm stoked for this season. Obviously, I want to get to a grand final and inevitably win a grand final. But at the end of the day, if we were to go down to the Panthers, I'd still call this season a win, considering a lot of NRL experts were calling this season a rebuilding year for us, and we are in a preliminary final. The first preliminary final that we feature in without Adam Reynolds since 1989. That's insane. So shout out to Lockie Ilias. Shout out to the Rabbitohs, for making that decision to let Reynolds go. I think it was a really good one. Realistically, we're set for the future now. We've got a good young halfback who Joey Johns only just recently came out and said he was the best defensive halfback in the NRL. So that's massive for, a great halfback or ex-halfback to say about a rookie. That's enormous. So, it just shows how confident Lockie's becoming, and I cannot wait for future years to come with Lachlan Ilias directing this team and leading it at halfback. But that is going to wrap it up from me, though, guys. Thank you all so much for your support. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video. It goes a long way and helps the channel. Also, guys, comment down below what changes you'd make, if any, to this week's team list. Thank you all so much for your support. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.